Jason, last time we talked, we kind of went into how this is kind of the underrated bike for the year for the Venom 2.0. And I mean, like, what would you say? Like, why would you say that is kind of where it is at with the Venom 2.0?
Hey, Austin. Yeah, the Venom 2.0, I think it's overlooked a little bit. I do think it's an underrated bike a little bit in our lineup. I think the Rebel was the Rebel 2.0 this year is such a high demand bike. It's at a great price point. It's a great bike. And then the new Hellcat that came out, we did a lot of ads on that. You did a lot of marketing on that bike. And I think the Venom kind of fell through the cracks there. I mean, this bike built to be a tank. It's going to be a hill climbing machine.
Yeah.
Great in mountains, stuff like that, steep terrain.
Since this is something that maybe some people should take a second look at, like you said, the Hellcat and the Rebel, they definitely are like the headliners. But for the Venom 2.0, who's like the ideal person for someone who is looking for an e-bike?
I think of the ex mountain biker. I think of the extreme hunter that's going up into the mountains, hunting them far off deep places where you're going to be conquering all different types of terrain, rocky hills, getting into the mountains, going back for elk and stuff like that. I mean, it's also going to be a great bike for the Midwest. I mean, it's a bike in our lineup that can do it all. With the powerful 1000 watt Bafang Ultra Drive motor that comes into it. We got the updated version in the Venom 2.0, which is quieter than the original Venom. This bike it's for the extreme guys, the guys that want the best of the best and want to go to places that a lot of people won't go.
Like, I guess a little bit more of a deep dive onto the Venom 2.0. Like, what are like the main key features that kind of help towards like what you just described?
We'll start off with the motor in it. It's a torque sensing motor. It's made by Bafang. We all know Bafang's the leader in motors in our industry. It's the Ultra Drive, 1000 watts. It's going to peak out at over 1600 watts. Like I said, we got the upgraded version. It's a quieter than the versions that were in the past. So, that's great. It's 11 speed. So you got your gearing when you're on your flat land, wanting to haul butt to get to your hunting area. And then it has the gearing for climbing up and down the hills. A couple other cool features is it has the best brakes on the market. They're an ultra heavy duty Tektro HD 740 4-piston brake. That's going to be for that extreme person that goes to no boundaries and they need brakes to work right then and there. I mean, they're the best on the market. It has adjustable class setting for when you're riding city trails or even on some of these public huntings that want to limit to a class 2. Just getting in settings takes a few seconds. It's coming with the Storm Ultra LED light that goes into white or green, so you can go in undetected with the green light. It got the built-in rack. It's coming with fenders. I mean, this thing's made to buy it right off the showroom floor and take it to the woods.
Yeah, I think that adjustable class setting is a huge plus. I've had a lot of people ask me about that. Kind of like, said, obviously everywhere is different, wherever it is you're riding or you're hunting. So being able to adjust your class settings depending on where you're at, I think is a huge plus, especially for a lot of our lineup being able to do that right now.
Yeah, it is a huge plus. I mean, you can ride it in a city park at class 1, or if you're on your private land or no restricted area in class 4 and do everything that bike and motor can do.
Well, Jason, I just want to say thanks for kind of giving us a little more of an insight on the Venom 2.0. And, like you mentioned, it is kind of like the underdog or like the underrated. And I think it definitely deserves a little bit more of a spotlight right up there along with like the Hellcat and Rebel.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. Thanks for your time today, Austin.
All right. Thanks, Jason.